I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
Alrighty, hey everybody. Hope you guys are all doing okay. Let me make sure my volume's all working and so forth. Nice to see you, Justin, Bideford, Leader Cola, and Cameron. Hope you guys are all doing well. A little bit of an update from this to me this morning here and this afternoon as we did a couple streams here today. Uh, Everything's kind of going in planned. That false breakout was actually pretty interesting to watch over the last 24 hours. But besides that, um, we had the bull trap, which we talked about. It hit us pretty hard. We've broken down officially now, official breakdown, when we closed down below that level. Awesome. And right now, what we're looking at is we're holding barely. We're holding the 100 weekly moving average here, and that's really the big thing we're trying to stay above. If we can't stay above that, then things really start to look ugly over the next few weeks here as we wrap up May, and we still got a little bit of time before the end of the month, right? So we're kind of on the we're at the precipice here of Bitcoin having a really, really bad May, and maybe even a bad June, maybe even a bad July. It really depends on when we actually capitulate. The market will give us a lot of different ups and downs here, so don't assume it like the May is just going to be the only bad month we have here. If the market keeps on going down and we do have an increased level of recession and all the other good stuff here, you could definitely see a slower grind on the downward side until we eventually do capitulate. But whenever we capitulate, it'll be a big flashing red sign for us, and that's where a lot of us are going to be dumping a lot of our money into Bitcoin or altcoins. Okay, sorry, I got dog hair all over me from playing with Loki all day. We were outside for like 2 hours in the rain, and he was having a blast, but I was hiding from the rain. So this pink line represents the 200 weekly moving average. We are just trying to stay above this right now, just trying. The current price of Bitcoin right now is looking at 36,300 ish level. For the 200 or for the 100 weekly moving average, it's 35,987. So if I were to just type this in here now, 987 comma to be nice. Okay, 38,987, and the current price for Bitcoin is 36. No, 35,000. Yeah, I'm supposed to say that. That makes sense. There you go. My bad. 35,987, and the current price of Bitcoin on Binance at least is 36,304. Okay, or actually Binance is 36,285. Bitcoin USD on the regular index, I guess, is 32,296. So they're actually going back together now, but we're just barely above it. That's really the level we're trying to hold. We broke down below it, quite frankly, yesterday during yesterday's candle. But man, guys, there's a reason I told you guys today I wasn't going to be buying the breakout above the 20. Normally I do, but the fact that we just broke down, I don't really want to try to open up a long here. It could still work out where we go back up like to 37,500 before ultimately coming back down. But right now, I'm just being very cautious about how I approach this because now, for you guys know I've been bearish for such a long time. Now I'm like extremely bearish, and I'm really excited to see where we come. But a lot of you guys, I saw today on TikTok and everybody, a lot of people were asking if Bitcoin actually capitulated today, and we're going to go over that as well, so we can kind of talk about why we haven't capitulated and what you guys need to look for going forward here. I'm not going to make this part too long of the video, but I just want you guys to understand this. When we hit capitulation, you'll see a drastic move down in the price of Bitcoin. And I mean drastic. Last capitulation we had was over here. Before that, it was during COVID. Capitulations are not small things. They are massive, big moves. That capitulation, 50% down. Okay? These are massive moves that happen within a few weeks period of time. We may start capitulating here in the next few days, maybe a week or two, but we're not there yet. And just to kind of show you, let me zoom this up a little bit. You guys can kind of see the pattern up on top. A capitulation usually requires a nice long red candle right here. Oh, magnet. See that? Right now, we've had a lot of low volume, but no capitulation. We're still waiting for it. That means we're going to have a lot of good buying opportunities going forward. But remember, I told you guys this today in some advice thing I gave you guys on the short. I'm still buying crypto every week. I'm still buying it every week. Now, am I buying a buttload of it? No, but I'm adding more and more to my long-term positions because I think the crypto markets over the next few years are going to just continually have better returns than the stock market. A lot better returns than the stock market, okay? I could see whatever problems we're having right now with inflation, I can see a lot of this stuff kind of dragging on for a while. It's, you know, America we get into these problems really fast, so does the rest of the world, and it usually takes us a little bit of time to claw our way out of it, and we're going to be clawing out of our way for this one for a while. But I think overall Bitcoin is definitely just going to have better returns. Ethereum, ADA, you know, Matic, Dogecoin's going to be fine. Sheep's going to be fine if you guys like those types of coins. BitGet, you know, all these UFO, whatever. All these coins, they're going to give me much better returns than if I just plopped it down in Facebook, Apple, Netflix, or something like that, okay? But we're really just waiting for that long red candle. If I kind of just show you side by side, there we go. See how there's nothing even close to that? If I can actually draw a line right here. We want a red volume candle going that high. I mean, we're not even a fifth of the way there right now. So, you know, we still got some more room to come down, a lot of room to come down, but, you know, it's just the way the markets work. The good thing here is we're not going to be as boring going forward. We should have a little bit more action here. Check this out. In the last 24 hours, $164 million of longs liquidated just like that, and shorts 26.92 million closed their positions. More likely, probably not, probably not liquidated there. But yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff coming out there at the moment. This is it's a good sign for us that are looking to buy around the 200 weekly moving average. If you guys have a plan of buying a Bitcoin capitulation, you're going to be pretty happy with everything going on. Even if we do have positions open in the market right now, we're still happy that Bitcoin's coming down because these are the good buying prices, right? Whenever we're down here, it's still a good buying opportunity. I like buying anything really under when Bitcoin's under 40,000, but now that we're probably going to go down to like 35,000 and possibly below 30,000, those are going to be even better opportunities for us to buy. So, you know, take your time. You don't need to buy everything right now, but my plan personally is I'm continuing to buy every single week, and pretty soon if we do start dropping more and more and more and heading down to the $30,000 level, I will start to add more of those positions every single week. And then if we do break down below the last summer's lows of 28,800-ish levels, from there I'll start getting more and more aggressive at each individual 1,000-point drop that Bitcoin takes, starting at 27,000, 26,000, 25, 24, 23. And then if we get down to 20,000, that'd be some type of parabolic, massive buy on my part. But I don't think we're going to get down to 20,000. If we do, that'd be insane. But personally, at this point in time, I don't see that happening. But, you know, give us a few weeks. Maybe we'll know more. But let's go, guys. Look at this. Now that CoinMarketCap has a time to kind of adjust. Last 24 hours, Bitcoin's down 8.3. Ethereum is down 7. BNB is down 7. XRP is down 7. Luna is down 5. Sol's down 11. ADA is down 13. Dogecoin's only down 6. AVAX is down 13. Polkadot's down 12. Sheep 7. Wrapped Bitcoin 8. What else we got? Matic is down 9. Tron is down 15. Tron is a little bit different though because it had a big pop this week. You can see in the last 7 days it's still up, right? Near is down 15. So you're seeing a lot of downward moves. The heaviest hit stocks, or excuse me, coins on the top 100 though, those are going to be GMT. GMT's had a really good month, well, a really good few months here, so I'm not surprised this is coming down more. Last 90 days, this sucker's up like 1,600%. This is to be expected when Bitcoin's coming down. Zilla is down 20%. That's fine. AR down 16. FTM down 15. Now you guys understand why I sold my half of my longs yesterday right after the stream. I was like, as bullish as it is that we're breaking out, I'm still afraid because Bitcoin's so bearish, so I'm going to close my positions. Oh, half of my positions. I did the same thing with Crowcoin. ApeCoin's down 14%, down below $14 again. I mean, now, you know, now that's really starting to die off here. So be careful with ApeCoin going forward. If Bitcoin doesn't fix itself soon, which isn't that likely to happen unless the market has a really big move tomorrow, which it could, but you want to be careful of a lot of the coins that recently just blew up. They definitely have more of the retail traders, and they're not going to be looking to hold for a long period of time. They can be kind of squeamish when the market goes down. And just so you guys can get the statement here, Dow went down over 1,000 points, NASDAQ down over 600 points, S&P 500 over 150 points, 3%, 5%, 3.5%. Everything is just looking really nasty today. Apple down 5, Nvidia down 7, Microsoft down 5, or excuse me, 4.6, Facebook down 6, Amazon down 7, Tesla down 8, just a lot of bad stuff coming over here for the majority of the market. One other thing here is I did want to check out Netflix because there we go. Look at that. Netflix down 7%. You're going to see a lot of stuff come down over the next few months, and it's going to give you, if you guys like stocks, these are going to be great opportunities for you guys to actually do this as well. Here's the other one, Robinhood. There you go. Robinhood went down about 2%. I'm still buying this, but I bought the majority of my Robinhood shares when we like took that little bit of a dip under $10. I'm going to be happy to wait a little bit more to see if we can come down even more than that. I'll be buying more and more. But I think the market's starting to think, hey, maybe Robinhood's a good long-term play now. They're copying me. I'm just joking. But I think they're finding a $10 is a decent price range to be buying into Robinhood. But, I mean, man, short float's still 9%, so we can definitely come down here more for Robinhood. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We haven't capitulated yet. We're just kind of starting off this capitulation cycle if we follow the normal rules. When we have a death cross on the weekly chart and we break down below this 100 weekly moving average, this was COVID, so it was a really just bad day here. But going back over here, we tend to have a bad time going forward. We'll see how aggressive this is because, you know, back in 2014 when it happened and back over here in 2018 when it happened, and then we had, you know, COVID, but we're not talking about COVID now. Back when both of these things happened, Bitcoin was not correlated to the NASDAQ. So because Bitcoin is following the stock market right now, we have a slight chance of being a short-term save, if you will. If maybe bulls can keep us up at this level, maybe we can have a short-term reversal. Not something that's going to make us have a full reversal going back up to all-time highs. That's pretty much over at this point now that we've broken down out of this flag. But maybe we can try to get back up towards like $38,000 or something like that for maybe a day trade, something like that. But man, you know, the fact that we've been correlated to the stock market has just not been good for us. But we've known this for a while. You guys have heard me rant about it more than I probably would like to admit how much I dislike the fact that we're correlated to the markets. However, you know, if the markets continue going down because of recessions, bad interest rate policies by the Fed, people feeling really bad about the economy, you know, and a whole bunch of other things like GDP going down, it's going to be a rough time. It's just going to be a rough time for everybody, including Bitcoin. And unfortunately, you know, if we have holdings, which I think all of us do for long term, they're going to take a hit. They're going to take a hit. But cool thing is you guys will have plenty of buying opportunities going forward in this market as long as you take them. Just know, I bought crypto today. All right, I bought some crypto today. Not a lot, but I bought some. Over the next few days, weeks, months, that crypto may go down about 40% more. About 40% more, maybe even 50% more. All of them. Altcoins, Bitcoin, whatever. It may just drop down another good chunk. Now, if that happens, I'm still not selling what I buy here. I'm not selling what I buy here, here, here if we continue going down, down, down. I'm not selling any of it. I'm just going to continue to hold. Just like what I did. I bought some crypto here. I bought some crypto here. I bought some crypto here. No, I didn't buy any here because it was too high, but I bought some here. I bought some here, a little bit high, but sure. I bought some here. 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 I actually bought a lot over here with you guys because it was the boring time. I even bought some up here, okay? Not a lot. You know, you buy a little bit here. You buy medium amounts here. You buy more down here, of course. But then when you get all the way down here and we start talking about breaking down below last summer's lows and we start thinking about 25,000 and stuff like that, oh, you better believe I'm going to buy way more down here than I ever did up here, okay? But it's just kind of a waiting game at this point, and I'm still accumulating for long-term gains because, you know, we're going to continue going up in the long term. If you guys keep that mindset of in the long term it's going to pay off, you're going to be fine. If you kind of don't take that view, that approach, and you try to do too many day-to-day things, you'll get wrecked with emotions and bad trades, especially in this choppy market. This is not a market where like somebody can just come in and start trading. This is more of an advanced market where things get really, really tricky, really, really fast because all the technicals aren't working as accurately as they normally would. You guys have seen me talk about this a lot in the stock market recently. Back when the bull market was happening, I gave you guys like a bunch of good plays in the options market. Over the last few weeks, I've probably only given you guys 3 options plays. One about Tesla falling. That one panned out. One, I don't remember. The other one was Netflix puts on the earnings. That one worked out fine. But you notice that I'm not giving you guys as many plays because when we have a breakout or a breakdown, it's not honoring the breakout. It's not honoring the breakdown. And if it's not doing that, then there's nothing I can do to feel confident enough to give you guys a good play. Now, when things get fixed up and good again, sure, I'll be launching tons of breakout videos every freaking day. But until then, if I'm not comfortable enough to trade these swings in the market, oh gosh, there's gonna be a lot of people that are having some issues. And remember, there are people out there. What's that guy's name? I'm gonna keep going to him because he makes me laugh. Bunch of whale alerts. What's that guy's name? This guy. Remember, Crypto Rover. This guy went $700,000 long when Bitcoin was at 40,000. $700,000 long, and you guys remember what I told you? We're so bearish, I can't actually understand why somebody would do that. But there are people out there that are really thinking that this is the pure bull market and there's no way we're coming down. These people still have an opportunity to get liquidated. I'm going to guess people like him probably sold because they're smart enough to sell and have a stop loss. I'm thinking the followers, the 200,000 people following him that bought that because they thought he was right about the breakout and big booms coming. I don't think they were probably smart enough to have a stop loss. And I think that's where the problem's going to come for a lot of these people going forward. But heck, it's entertainment, right? But breakdowns there. Now we just got to wait a little bit longer. It's going to be a fun guy. It's going to be a fun one, guys. The majority of the market's down, though. If I can do one thing here. What do we want to do? No, okay, here. Before we go over to other coins here very fast. Bitcoin broke down. That's the story. We're breaking down below the 100 weekly moving average. We're on the verge of breaking down below it today. If we close down below it today on the daily chart, things get really bad in a hurry. Some of the support levels we kind of have may not be as strong as we might think if the short sellers take that next extra move down. But let's hold off until the morning, pre-market. The stock market should tell us something pretty interesting here, especially the NASDAQ. GAN levels, we broke down below this one right here. This is not too important going forward. Right now we have another level of support right down here at 35,000. Below that we have another level of support about 33,000. We don't have to worry about this one right now. We're not even close to any of the support levels. We just know we broke down, and I don't think we're going down to whatever this level would be, $20,000. I really hope not. Over here, we have support about 34,700, kind of around the same $35,000 level. And then right here as well, we had a stop just temporarily. If I can pull it up, there we go. Right here, and we're kind of just holding it, waiting to see if we can come back down. But as well, again, there's also the 100 weekly moving average there as that level of support. Okay. And lastly, getting off of the GAN fans here. If you guys have any questions about the GAN fans, let me know. We have the simple moving average, exponential moving average, double exponential moving average, and the triple exponential moving average here. We don't got to worry about the SMA. We already talked about that one. As far as the EMA, guys, monthly, we broke down below last month as well. We actually broke above it. That's fine. History says nasty move after we break down below this one. So this one would say that this last month actually should have been the bad one, but we didn't follow that rule, which is fine. Anything else that we really need to worry about? The exponential moving averages? No, nothing. We saw the death cross. That was a big sign for us as well. Anything else? No. All right, perfect. DEMA. This is the daily chart. We just had a death cross here. Oh, this is a... Oh, okay. This is the 100 moving average, but it's still a death cross on the 100 moving average, so that's not a good sign for us either here. There we go. But everything seems to be cluttered up pretty much. Remember what I told you guys a few days ago? I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before, but I told you guys when we're in the DEMA and the TEMAs, when we have a lot of these moving averages all kind of clumped together. Let's go to the daily chart here. There you go. There's usually a bunch of volatility one way or the other. If you go over here to the TEMA very fast, this isn't as reliable. It's kind of like what you can kind of infer from the moving averages being in different positions. Not really too much of like which way the crosses are going. But you see a bunch of stuff right here, larger move down. A bunch of stuff right here, larger move up. A bunch of stuff right here, a larger move down. A bunch of stuff right here, larger reversal. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of a heads up. Right here, it didn't really give you much of a heads up. Well, it can give you a little heads up that we're moving up a little bit more. But, right here, right as everything was getting close together, boom, came down. It might have also gone up as well. It's not going to tell you the direction. It's just telling you, hey, we're kind of clustering. Something big could happen here. Hey, we're clustering. Something big could happen there, okay? And so forth. Cluster, cluster, cluster. That's one of the many ways you can use the TEMA. There's plenty of other ways. You guys can Google it if you want to, or just look on the channel. I think I have a video about the TEMA, the DEMA, and the SMA, and the EMA. But, you know, we're kind of starting that path right now, if you will. And then hopefully we can get the 20 to separate a little bit longer. Once the 20 is further away from the 100, and this, oh, excuse me, the 200 in this case, then we might be able to just calm down a little bit, maybe have a little bit more of a reversal, have some fun, you know, buy something for a short term, little bit of a pump. But until that happens, you got to be careful here. The good thing here is actually, what time is it? It's only been an hour and a half for the new day candle. We still have an opportunity to have a little bit of a green day today. Not likely, but definitely possible here. You know, if you're one of those many longs that were actually liquidated today, you're not going to be happy. Retail traders, speculators, holders. Yeah, most of us are holders right now. Also, well, we're actually a mix of this. My long-term portfolio is this, but at the same time, I'm enjoying this, but for me, it's like, what's a good way to explain it? You know when COVID hit? So I was living in Seattle when COVID hit, and everything went bad. Everything was pretty much bad. But then you saw those little silver linings in it, right? My silver lining was there was a whole bunch of people that that sold all of the electronics on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace because they didn't need all this extra work supplies. So they were just like, hey, I'll sell this computer monitor for half off. Hey, I'll sell this computer monitor. I just bought a whole bunch of computer monitors, a whole bunch of tech, a whole bunch of PS4 controls, a whole bunch of Xbox controls. I just bought a whole bunch of stuff for excess, just so I could have it extra, because I trade for a living, right? The economy doesn't really bother me as far as making money. I know how to make money on the way up and the way down, but there are people, well, in Seattle, not many people lost jobs as far as I know, just like in the tech sector that I'm kind of more aware of, but I bet people like, you know, in the store owners and stuff like that, they lost their jobs. But a lot of people were just in the tech space. They were just selling off all their excess electronics they didn't need, and it was pretty intense. But everything was bad. But you had a little bit of a silver lining. Things are about to get bad, but the silver lining is you guys will have a really good buying opportunity in the next few weeks, maybe next month or two, depending on how fast the market comes down. Because the more we're correlated to the stock market, I don't see the stock market crashing 20% in a month. I mean, it can, but I feel like it'd be much more choppy and slow on the way down, if you will, unless Bitcoin were to decouple from it going down, which would be really fun to see. But again, until we decouple from that, it's going to be hard to keep an eye on it. And then, of course, dollar index. Look at that. New day. We're just getting so close to this. But this is we've broken through this resistance actually about 4 or 5 times now, and I just keep on moving the line up every single time. A little pop there, a little bit pop there. A few days ago. No, that was it. Okay, never mind. Oh, I'm used to looking at the 4-hour chart. That's why. But yeah, we've been up here quite a bit. Let me go over to the 15. Now you guys can see it. This is what I was trying to see, right? This little pattern. This time we broke above it. We broke above the support level that was right over here, right? And it's just a little bit of a hassle right now, guys. We're trying to break out above this 103, 104 level. If that happens, that'll really signal Bitcoin going down. That'll really signal the market going down. And oof, you know, bad stuff follows, but good buying opportunities as well. Alrighty. Now, if you guys have any questions about any particular coin, feel free to let me know. We're still in this bad spot. We already know this. There's not really much I can tell you guys about besides the stuff I already told you guys for like the last 2 streams I did. This is the 3rd stream of the day, guys. And let's maybe just go over here to the we can go over to the 1 second. We haven't looked at the 1 second chart in such a long time, and it was actually pretty eventful today. Whenever longs hop in at these lows right here, you can actually see it have a pretty decent pop here. All right. Hey, baby fish, mother of all tanks. I mean, talk about the mother of all shorts. People that are shorting right now, they're holding on for dear life, because if this really starts to move down, the problem that shorts are going to have is not that they're making too much money. It's that they don't have enough money on the sidelines in their exchange accounts to make sure that the margin is covered. A lot of exchanges have this weird little rule where if they're, if you're losing money, the margin goes up and you kind of get that little margin call warning. Well, if you're making so much money, that means you have so much money in the exchange now that they want you to have more money on the sidelines just to make sure to cover it. It makes no sense, but a lot of exchanges have that weird rule. So guys, make sure you're aware of that. But man, the mother of all crashes, it does look like we're heading for a bad time. I can now say I told you so. Not really to you guys because I told you, but what do you call all the Twitter bulls that we were going to break down here, and I'm happy that the pattern held up. Sometimes we have these bearish reversal patterns and they don't hold up, but because of the way the economy is looking about, like, if you're a practical person and you kind of understand the way the economy works, you guys could see the economy was looking a little rough, if you will. Hey Chef, happy to see you, and hey Square Bagels as well. Hey Mike, Little Cola. I believe you've shown us before in the past, but do you have any videos on what you use and how exactly you set up your trading view? I could probably make a more in-depth video about it, but as far as trading view is concerned, I only use a few different indicators on it. I don't try to be fancy with it. People do try to be fancy with a whole bunch of stuff, but a lot of times the more fancy you get, before I answer your question, before you get the more you get more fancy with your everything you see on the charts and everything like that. A lot of people, they try to force the chart to look very bullish. You kind of saw this with this crypto rover guy. Where'd he go? Where's this guy at? This guy. He'll try to show you everything that shows it's really really bullish, really really bullish, really really bullish. Wow, look at all this DXY. Oh my God, that it's a really really bullish. But then if you just kind of take a practical approach to everything, you understand how it's not really bullish. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm not really I don't really try to do too much on my charts. What I tend to put on my charts, and I can make a video explaining this probably sometime this weekend in my free time. I use trend lines, Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions, RSI, an oscillator maybe, this oscillator specifically, and then I'll use tools like Gann fans, maybe a Gann box. Moving averages are key. Volume can be key at certain points in time. Information about longs and shorts as far as how much leverage is in the market. And that's about it. Now, when I trade stocks, there's level 2 data. I look at more frequently. Option flow data. Maybe some algorithms for that, but those are usually pretty cheap. Yeah, that's about it. I remember, I'm a self-taught investor. I did not go to any fancy classes and stuff like that. All I do is look at charts all day and find the patterns in those charts. And for now, that's worked out enough for me to have a great full-time career in trading where I don't really have to worry about money. But that's pretty much all I use. And, there's different ways you can kind of put all that data together, of course. Like there's multiple moving averages you can use. There's multiple different types of Gann fans you can use. There's multiple types of Fibonacci retracements and extension you guys can use. There's even Fibonacci spirals, which I never use, but they're there. So, I'll make a video for you. It's probably just going to take like maybe 15 minutes, probably video, and I can tell you how to set everything up. But the majority of the time, it's just very simple stuff. I've never felt the need, because I'm not a high speed trader. I'm not somebody working on Wall Street. I've never felt the need to go beyond those really core trading concepts, if you will. And you can kind of see that if we go over here to Coinbase, Bitcoin, right? We have this pattern. This bottom trend line has been here since February 24th. And we've been using this pretty accurately. You guys know that other people use this one right here, this trend line going off of the body of the candles. You guys know for a while I didn't even have this on here because I never didn't trust it in the first place. And once we broke down below it, I was like, okay, now we're looking pretty bad. But we keep on coming down below it more and more and more. It's not really reliable. This is why it's reliable. Same stuff like that. I didn't put on the 100 weekly moving average for the longest time because, to be frank, it wasn't even important, right? It's only now that we're actually even talking about coming even anywhere close to it, right? So I'm a very basic and simple investor. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge I guess I have, but by no means is it like I'm doing some type of like high level calculus. Calculus in college, like level 2, level 3, way harder than trading. Way harder. With trading, you just got to spend enough time and understand how the markets move. If you can kind of feel those nuances out, you're going to be just fine, right? I didn't see this trend line at first. I actually made a mistake on this part. I saw this ascending triangle, right? And I bought the breakout, and then I sold my breakout over here because it ended up being so bad, right? But I still walked away with a profit, not the profit I was hoping for, because this is normally a continuation pattern, which normally brings us back down even more. But the fact that we were able to break above it, resistance, 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 right? We were able to break out above it. That really changed my mindset temporarily. I was like, okay, well, I'll buy here. Something could be happening, and I don't know about it. And then we still ran into resistance, and we still had that death cross in the weekly, which was that big warning sign, which is why I didn't think we were actually going to break in the first place, because the death cross happened right here a couple weeks before we actually pumped up, which kind of threw my mind in a little bit of a twist. But ultimately, the death cross went out, breaking down below the monthly moving 20 moving average here, one out. That type of stuff is what we're looking for. But yeah, I buy as secret, not secret fish, baby fish. When we talk and we trade notes and stuff like that, he'll tell you I am by no means showing him some really cool data that I have not shown you guys. I don't have anything like really out there. When I was first learning to invest, I was pretty darn frugal. I felt no need to pay money, mostly because you guys. Well, I learned how to trade stocks and options first, but you guys know if you sign up for TD Ameritrade, they have free level 2 data, free option flow data that goes through TD Ameritrade. They have live CNBC coverage inside the platform. They got market reports. They got education sections. They got free support. There's chat rooms if you guys want to learn from other people and just ask them some basic questions. There's trend lines. There's all these cool fancy tools. You just have to take the time to learn how to use them, and then you see which tools you use more often than not, and then from there you kind of pinpoint your skill set with those tools, and you can become better that way. But it's just that long process, Little Cola, of just trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, and then you get it. But that's why I told you guys to. I have the link for BitGet down below. That's why I keep on telling you guys, sign up for BitGet and just paper trade for a while. If you guys want to go into the crypto market to learn how to day trade properly, it'll save your guys so much money because I have yet to meet somebody that's full time like myself that didn't lose a bunch of money learning how to trade because we never took the time to do paper trading. We kind of go the blunt force way. We all think we can know how to do it, and none of us ever get it right the first time. We always lose. I lost $5,000 before I just stopped and was like, okay, I need to figure this stuff out, right? I need to figure this stuff out. Some people lose 20,000. I've known people that lost over $100,000 trying to trade in the market. I've known people that lost more than that in their life savings. Heck, right? You just got to take it easy. The market's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. For instance, when I was first learning to trade, I first started to learn how to trade all the way back over here in 2015, 2016. I wasn't even trading Bitcoin at this time. I could care less what Bitcoin was in 2015. Honestly, Bitcoin's $361. I don't know what the heck Bitcoin was. But you know what? I was learning to trade stocks and options during that time. Bitcoin came into my radar back in 2017 when it kind of reached that $20,000 peak, and then it kind of crashed back afterwards. And even then, I didn't really spend much time at it. I really didn't. All of a sudden, Bitcoin was over here at $3,500. I met some random old couple at a little Bitcoin meetup group, if you will, in Bozeman, Montana, which is like a really small little. Well, it used to be a small town. Now it's actually quite big. And they was like, "Hey, we help people buy Bitcoin. We would love to help you out." And I was like, sure, let me, they talk directly with miners and stuff like that. And they just said, hey, we'll help you find a miner. You're not going to be buying much Bitcoin anyway, so we'll just get you a nice little discount. So I was able to buy some Bitcoin for about $3,500. Okay, nice and easy. I got like 3 Bitcoin. But, once I started learning more about how crypto works and the cycles it does, I was able to buy some more crypto down here at the March lows because I was buying everything during the COVID crash. I wasn't just, I was buying everything. It was a buckshot. But now go through the cycles and you learn a little bit more. But you can clearly see, I mean, it's been years in the making, and every year as I trade and invest more and more and more capital, I have to learn different things, if you will. You guys know what I'm talking. But right now, I mean, again, in a few more years from now, while you guys are learning in this thing, we'll just be, in the couple $100,000 range a few years from now. Just chilling up, all talking about how we remember the cool 2021 rally and how crazy it was and how much fun we had in it and how we all bought down here at this dip of like $20,000 for Bitcoin. And then a few years later, it just rallied all the way up and we're seeing some really monster gains out of it and how we're all just having fun chilling out and just, counting the money, uh, sipping our fine teas. Mm. Spilling our fine teas is more like it, but you guys get my point. It's freaking freezing in my house because I have my windows open all day, so I got a blanket up here, nice and comfy. One of those little soft plush blankets. Ooh, I pay a lot of money for these things, but they're so nice. But that it's gonna take some time. But yeah, I'll make a video for you guys. It won't be too long. I told you I'll make it over this weekend. But the little nuances that you guys will see once you start to look at charts more often, you guys are going to be just fine. The best time I think is for average people that have jobs like 9 to 5s. A Saturday or a Sunday. I'm single. I kind of lost a lot of friendships learning to trade. While I was learning to trade Bitcoin, however, I had a good amount of friends back again. Just when I was learning to trade, I kind of dived right into it and just kind of lost everybody. Not their fault. They just didn't ever think I was going to be a full time investor. Frankly, I mean, there's like 90% of people fail, so I mean they were kind of on the right side of the data there. But you guys are just gonna have to look at charts on the weekends as much as you can. Have a fit like if you guys can invest in another monitor, and you guys can just have this on your chart with like you know this looks really ugly, but you can have something like this on your monitor on the whole other side. You can ignore it even. You can be playing video games, doing some family work, or doing whatever you guys do on the internet. I don't know. Have the hub on for all of you. What do you call? And then from there, you guys doing your work, just kind of give it a little peek. Give it a little peek to see what's going on there. Okay, oh, there's a pattern breaking out right there. I wonder if I could paper trade that. You stop what you're doing for like 5 minutes. I mean, not even. Open up a paper trade there, practice it, have a price target, and then from there, you just wait. You go back to whatever you're doing. You wait for your price target to hit, or you wait for your stop loss to hit. You see what you did wrong, and then you spend about 10 to 15 minutes analyzing that last trade. You do the trading journal information, you do all that type of stuff. You put it down, and then from there, you just you put the data down. Remember, guys, I gave you guys this free trading journal a while ago. I don't know if I still have it up in this exact same spot. Ultimate Trading Guide, copy of doing here. This one I gave you guys for free a few weeks ago. So once you pull all this data down here, you go over here, you go to pivot table, and then it'll show you. Okay, there's nothing on this table, so it's not gonna show you. It'll show you what your most profitable patterns that you trade are, and you can have one specifically for paper trading where you guys are learning. From there, you say, okay, well, I'm really good at trading this. And if you're like 70% accurate at trading ascending triangles, or 70% accurate at trading flags, or 70% accurate at trading head and shoulders, well, then guess what? You now have authorized yourself to trade and practice with real capital. And then, because when you put real capital up there, that 70% is probably going to drop down to 50%, to be honest, because your emotions kick in. And then it's all about working through your emotions. And, it's step after step after step after step. But, there's steps you want to go through. There's steps that anybody goes through. You're not going to like all of them, obviously. But once you're, full time, then you're just like, a few days ago, I made $1,000 logging FTM, right? I made a $2,000 logging FTM with like a 50x leverage or something like that. And after the drop that we saw, I bought it up. And I thought about this. Well, within like a 2-day period of time, I managed to make about $2,000. Well, when I was working in college, I used to make $8 an hour working at a bowling alley, the Bozeman Bowl of all places. Let me show you this place, Bozeman Bowl, right? Bozeman Bowl, family fun. Those two guys are pretty cool. I used to have my own bowling ball. That's how involved in bowling I was. And you know how much a bowling ball costs? Like $300. You know how many hours of work I had to do to that bowling ball? My main point is here, 2,000 divided by 8. That would take me 250 hours of work, not even taking away taxes, not including taxes, just to make that money, right? I don't even know how much people actually work in an average a month anymore. 40, 80, 160. So that's over a month of working at that, right? Or if I had another corporate job, what was I making before I actually left the corporate world? Like $45 an hour. That would take me about a week of work, right? So it's that type of thing. Once you kind of move your mind into that different mindset, like all those people working 9 to 5 jobs. That's why I admire everybody that wants to go into trading. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, but think about it: 44 hours at $45 an hour, or 48 hours with only investing about an hour or two of my time for the actual trade. It's the stuff like that that really makes you excited to be a trader, but it's why you have to go through all these little hassles, as we call them, before you start looking real nice at it. And let's go back to that second chart here, see if there's anything good going on there. And hey, Bobby, yeah, guys, please make sure to click the like button. I really do appreciate it. And hey, Dixon, can you still make money in a bear market? Absolutely. There is always a way to make money in the market. There's always. Lately, we bought puts. So the last time I gave you guys an alert of what I was doing as far as buying or selling a specific option, or even crypto here. Well, crypto is different. I've been telling you guys we're bearish for a while now, but I gave you guys a little bit of an alert. It was a while ago. Let me go to my channel very fast. Like 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks ago now. Everything kind of goes too fast nowadays. Nvidia death cross, Tesla to 2782. We haven't hit there yet, but we're almost there. Netflix crash, yeah. So 3 weeks ago here, and then there was another one I think I gave you guys a while ago. Nope. Okay, maybe just that one. Netflix crash. There was another one about Netflix though. I know there was another one about Netflix. Oh, so 2 weeks ago. Netflix books going to be huge. At the time I posted that video, I don't really get many views on my YouTube channel. I'm just not that out there, and I'm kind of just accepted that at this point. But I told you guys Netflix puts are going to be huge. 2 weeks ago, and here, I don't know if I have my desktop audio on. Let me see if I can put this up here. I'll be quiet for just a second as I play this audio for you guys. You guys are hearing my thought process.
Netflix is about to go wild here, so keep this on your watch list. We had earnings report a few months ago, and it had a massive crash. Now we're having earnings report for tomorrow. This is either going to be another massive crash down to the $300 level, or we could have a double bottom, which actually brings us back up here towards 400, which we're going to try to break out above it and try to have a full reversal. The economy is not too good, so I'm assuming it's going to be coming on the downside. I'm going to be buying some 300 strike puts expiring next Friday for a YOLO play only. Hey everyone, Netflix.
All right, I'm not going to play it after that. But you guys heard my thought process. I talked about what would happen if it went up and down, and why I thought it was just going to go down, and my choice of how I played it out. And I told you guys YOLO play only because I don't normally do earnings reports because they're just so volatile, if you will. But those Netflix puts printed out over, well, for me they printed out over 1,300%. Some of you guys bought those puts, bought those puts, but went even further than $300 strike price and made like 1,600% profit just within 24 hours, right? So you can make money with the market going down. You can make it's not any different than the market going up. The crypto market, it's actually a lot easier to make money shorting. So if you guys want to learn how to short the market and just make money as we're going down, two things. I have a link for KuCoin and BitGet down below. Maybe just BitGet right now. I don't know if I added the KuCoin one to this particular stream, but sign up for that one and open up. And within it, they have a paper trading account, which you could learn. So that means you practice with fake money, not putting your own money into it. And then one of the moderators in here, his name is Babyfish. You guys will see him every now and again. He is probably the best person I know that can teach you guys and help you guys understand some opportunities in the shorting market. So give him a little bit of a hello when you can. He's very knowledgeable about shorting. He's very good at it. And when I oversleep and I miss out on an opportunity, he's the guy that took the opportunity that I missed. So he makes a lot of good money. The other day, I won't tell you how much money he made over the last few days, but if he wants to, he can tell you. But he made a good amount of money, and he's been at the channel since last year, and he's come a long way with his investors education, if you will. He can tell you about it, but he's come a long way, and it's like that. That's the type of stuff I'm grateful for, and then he can help you guys out as much as well. He doesn't have to, but he likes to. So feel free to give him a little ping in the chat room if you ever come see him. He can answer some of those basic questions for you, and maybe one day, you guys can also talk to him in the Discord as well. don't ping him too much. But, if you ever have a question and he's kind of chatting, feel free to ask him. He might be able to help you out. And hey, Max. Hey, Mike, YouTube didn't ding me that you were on. Yeah, so I kind of put out way too many videos today, and YouTube is like, we only give you 3 notifications for a 24-hour period. And because of that, nobody actually got pinged today, unless maybe they had the bell icon on, but even then, maybe it wasn't too much. It wasn't too many people getting pinged, so it should go back to normal tomorrow, but YouTube doesn't like me very much. Remember, they even messed up my channel earlier in the month, and that cost me a bunch of money. It's a process for YouTube. I'm hoping they get better at it, but I don't think they are anytime soon. It's just something we got to work with, Max. And hey, Lear, thank you, Mike. I started to pay for TradingView because of the free version is so limited, and it's nice to be able to have some more than 3 indicators. Yeah, I mean, what are the 3 versions? I pay for the premium method on TradingView, but I don't even know how much a premium version costs. I pay for it yearly though, so that's why it just kind of comes along. TradingView pricing. So yeah, I got the premium. But there's the Pro for $13 a month. Well, no, there you go. $15 a month for the Pro, $30 for the Pro Plus, and $60 for the Premium. But if you pay yearly, you do save a little bit of money here. But most of you guys will probably be using the Pro or the Pro Plus. I don't really see many of you guys actually needing the Premium. I mean, I really don't. Most of you guys will probably need anywhere from Pro to Pro Plus. But I think that like a lot of you guys probably just look at 2 charts. If you guys want 4, I think it's worth putting up to the Pro Plus. The Pro Plus is also kind of nice as well because you have the 10 indicators per chart. And, if you only have 5 for the Pro, 3 of those are going to be moving averages. One may be the volume, and the other one may be I don't know what else it may be, Ichimoku cloud or something like that. So you're really kind of limited there. 2 charts in one window. I like having 4 up to 8, but I have really, you guys can't see my hands, but I got wide monitors, so that means I can have like 10, 15 charts if I really wanted to on one monitor here, even though I don't recommend it. It can be very annoying to just have that many charts and keeping track of them. My ADHD does not like looking at that many charts. Anything else here that's really important? You can export the chart data. That's not really important for most of us. Based on custom formulas, sure. Anything else here? Indicators on indicators, yes. Anything else here? Ad free is pretty nice. I can't remember the last time I had ad. Let's see. Anything else here? Alerts? No. Oh, second base intervals. You guys will probably never really will need to see this. It does matter, but it's not such a big thing for you guys. Seconds, I actually enjoy looking at seconds. So when I'm looking at the point of a reversal, if I'm trying to scalp, it's really, really useful for scalping. Most of you guys will probably not go down the scalping path because it's just so annoying and so tedious, and it's more emotional than you really want it to be, frankly. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, moving from the free version to TradingView, free version of TradingView up to just the Pro plan or the basic plan, whatever it is. Yeah, the Pro. You guys are gonna see a night and day difference there, just a night and day difference. But oh yeah, I guess I would have to downgrade, wouldn't I? But what do you call? You guys, if you guys have any friends who are investing too, you can refer a friend and earn $30 to upgrade your plan. That's kind of cool, Oh, they have a list right here showing everything. So this is what I have. Yeah, so it's pretty nice, right? It's pretty nice, and you guys can use the screener tools. Finviz has a stock screen. If you guys didn't know it, I prefer to use Finviz. I don't like their screener. It's kind of all over the place and complicated, but they do have a screener here. I just like using Finviz. I got all my presets right here, and I have a video called 22 Finviz scanner settings or something like that. If you guys want any of these or all of them, they're all there for free. All I got to do is maybe watch an ad or 2, maybe, I think. So, yeah, so that'd be nice for you guys. I'll get out of that now. Hey, Dixon the Hubby, I know, yeah. Hey, Chef, I check the charts every day. I can if it was a game or something. I'd rather spend an hour or free time or 15-minute break to work on trying to learn. I mean, that's the way to go, guys. If you guys want to learn how to invest, it's going to make a lot more sense to just take some of the game time away, or some of the don't stop going outside though. That can really put a damper on mental health. I should probably do some video about mental health and investing. But it's not too much of a problem when you're making money. But if you ever hit a slump, it can be brutal. Um, Yeah, I mean, what I gave up to learn how to trade for a while was spending time with friends. I gave up a lot of that friend time, and then I also gave up a bunch of video game time. There were times where I used to play video games for thousands of hours, thousands of hours. Now I'm happy if I just get a few hours of playing time every week. I've been doing it. I've been actually playing video games more and more now, which has been kind of fun since I've been more stressed out with YouTube and work. But that's kind of like I just find my balance, if you will. Heck, I do yoga in the morning, guys. The LG TV. I don't know if you guys can see it. If I click on this little button and I go to the bottom, okay, you guys definitely can't see it. But there's a little thing over here that's did I pass it? Oh yeah, it's called LG Fitness. Okay, so let's just do this very fast, and then we'll talk about bitcoins. And if you have any specific questions about coins, ask them now. So after I do this a little bit of a spiel, then you guys could have your questions answered. Um, See, and so you can see right here, Ashtanga Yoga. That's what I was doing today. Uh, it's kind of weird because they don't have American accents, so that kind of throws me off a little bit. Um, but it has yoga, stretching, punch kick mixes, uh, punch kick number one, punch kick number two, meditation and stretching. You name it, they got it. And as you can see, sitting down and trading is kind of an annoying thing to do so many times. So these little stretches throughout the day kind of help me out, and the fact that I got a standing desk now, so now my desk kind of goes up all the way, so I can stand when I want to. Although, let me see if I can do this. How do I do this? I haven't had this up in a couple hours. There we go. Okay, I'll just wait till it gets up. Yeah, there we go. And you guys can see the little entertainment center setup. Yeah, there you go. All right. Hey, Trev, happy to see you back. There we go. And hey, relax with Ingrid. Let's see. Hey, Crypto Beehive, do I have KDA for long term? I do not. I do not have any KDA for long term. Maybe if it crashes with Bitcoin's crash, maybe I'll toss 20 to maybe a couple $100 into it. But right now, let me look it up. I think somebody asked me this yesterday too. It's down 15% right now. Yowza. Rank 96. This probably won't be in the top 100 before everything else is done here. Um, what do they actually do? Build the future of Cardano. So it helps companies get from Web 2 to Web 3. I mean, build without compromise. Cardano makes blockchain work for everyone. Our ecosystem provides the security of Bitcoin, virtually free gas, unparalleled throughput, and smarter contracts. Plug us in, deploy, and scale. No cost transactions, energy efficient at scale, industrial scalability, proven security, safer smart contracts. So they're partnered with some pretty big people, Polkadot, Ledger. So okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I would probably pause anywhere. Now seeing all this information, probably up anywhere from $200 to $300 on the crash. But right now, definitely not a buy. Look at this thing; it's tanking. Pulled up on TradingView here. Weekly chart. Look at that. Something's going on with this, and it's still coming down. Now, this doesn't look like a log chart here. Is there where I can do log? No. Okay, but still. This bad boy used to be all the way up here at $28. It used to be at $16. Then it used to be at $10. Then it used to be at 7.5. Now it's sitting at 357. This is going to come down a lot more before it pops back up. And on that move, yeah, I might buy some here, but they gotta show me that their social media probably has to be pretty active here. They gotta churn out the loyalty of their base. Community, Twitter, yeah, let's see Twitter. 205,000 followers, yeah. I mean, 9 hours. Cure Digital's live, so they're still active. If they're still active, I'd be still invested in buying this for the long term. Right now, hell no. Later on, oh yeah, I'd be happy to buy this one. But usually, if you go over here and you kind of know the way I invest, usually I like to buy things with a market cap of under 500 million, and that's why I haven't really looked at this too much. Heck, I mean, I prefer looking at things under 100 million market cap, right? But then I also have my big tech, my long term holds and stuff like the blue chip, so to speak, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Matic, stuff like that. I'd be willing to toss probably a maximum of $300 at this bad boy. On at the moment, Bitcoin capitulates, and then nothing else. Just don't touch it anymore. Let it sit. Let it go. Forget about it for a year plus or something like that. That'd be the plan for trading KDA personally. And Bitcoin seems to have found a little bit of stability here, guys. Probably best if I go over here to do this one. Yeah, it looks less choppy, if you will, on the second chart. And hey, Ryan, anyone shorting to profit? Huge LOL, as I am. There should be a lot of people shorting right now. I don't know about people watching the stream right now. I have some shorts open. I closed part of them a while ago just because I'm always kind of worried about the 20 here. I'm not buying long, but I always want to shave some off from buying or opening here, closing here, or I closed right here actually. But if we come back up here, I'm going to be more I'm going to try to short there again. Try to. We'll see what happens. Because I'm thinking if tomorrow's market, we might have a short-term boom because we've been too correlated with the stock market. That'll give me the opportunity to buy back up. The stock market has been very, 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 very brutal to new investors, I guess you would say. Let me see if I can find this for you guys very fast. If I can go over here to CNBC, I think this would be important for you guys to watch. I don't think I'm actually going to get in trouble for this. The market is not. I think this is the video. Okay. Let me see if I can listen to this very fast. I'm going to make this smaller than it needs to be. Mini player. Can I drag this mini player around? No, I can't. Oh, shucks. Okay. Hold on a second here, guys. There are rules about me playing other videos on YouTube, so that's the real reason I'm like being so cautious about this. And so what I'll do here is shrink all that down. I'll open up a new window capture right here. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll go over here and there. And let me go over here to there. Booyah. Gotta find these little loopholes in the world, guys. These little loopholes. This guy is John Nigerian, but you're going to hear from Josh Brown in a second. I've actually talked to this guy a few times. He's actually pretty nice. I was working on a product back in the day, and I met him. He lives in Chicago, I believe. Oh, I don't know if actually he lives in Chicago anymore. He has a brother, though, that's pretty nice, too. But his brother has a crazy ponytail that freaks me out. I shouldn't be freaked out by a ponytail, but something else. Okay, but here we go, guys. Let's listen into this.
So, Josh, Doc tees up the perfect question for us, and he said it himself. Was that enough? Have we experienced enough pain in the market? Down big yesterday. Obviously, we finished awful on Friday. We're down big yesterday.
And again, this was 2 days ago. They think we hit the bottom 2 days ago.
Him closely at BTIG says not quite. Not yet. Not yet. We're getting closer, he says, because metrics like the percentage of stocks above their 200-day moving average, put call ratios, defensives getting hit, our absolute level for the S&P 400 of sub 4K means it came real close. However, we still haven't felt that, in his words, get me out at any price type of trading. He says
it's a good way to look at the market.
To a bottom, but not quite there for that capitulation.
We're in a bear market, and one of the things that bear markets do to you is they grind you down with these intraday reversals, these green days, these days where the hardest hit stocks all of a sudden are up 11, 12%. They draw people in off the sidelines who had been waiting for the moment because they think they're going to pick the bottom. They force people to average down into positions that they otherwise wouldn't because they say, oh, no, I was right on the stock after all. I better own some more cheaper. It really screws with your psychology. The market is not satisfied until everybody loses. And I want to point everyone's attention today to what we're seeing in the two areas that if we've seen enough pain and if we're really going to avoid a recession, the two areas that should not be doing what they're doing today, one is travel and the other is consumer discretionary.
All right, that's it. But the main point I wanted to convey to you guys right there, was the psychology part of all this. How the market will like to trick you to think you found a bottom, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're going down again. Boom, we're going down again. Okay, so I don't think we found the bottom yet for crypto, just because of the cycle that we kind of go on here. But we could always have a bounce and stuff like that. But that bounce is most likely going to be that psychological part that lures you guys back in. And what did we talk about earlier? We talked about all those Twitter guys, all the Twitter people on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, that use these little bit of those moves because they don't understand the market. And they say, oh my God, we found bottom. Let's go. Let's go. And, you know, that's how people lose money really, really, really fast in the marketplace, right? Hey, Ellen Time, happy to see you back. And hey, Chef, do you sign up for KCPI? No, I do not. I don't know. Have no idea what that is, Chef, but I do not sign up for it. Let me see if I can find it up for you, though. Let me go over here, open it up, paste, and search. Oh, Pi Network. Oh, Pi Network. Yeah. Sorry. I didn't know what the KYC part of it was. It's for the verified part of Pi. Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. It's with all the exchanges. But yeah, I don't know if I've actually KYC'd it with Pi because it's such a weird little app thing. But yeah, I mean, I have Pi. I use it. I don't know how much Pi coin I have, though. My Pi coin is Pi. I have a little. Let me mine some Pi here. I have like almost 11,000 Pi, I guess. 11,000 Pi, pretty much. If it ever turns into anything, I would appreciate it. I would hope they have the opening price at $10,000 or something ludicrous like that, but they won't. But yeah, I have the Pi app. I sure do. I don't mind it too often because they really haven't done much work, in my opinion, to kind of bring it out into the marketplace. But I have it. I have about like a couple hundred away from 11,000 coins, and if they ever do something great with it, we'll have 11,000 coins worth maybe a few cents or so, and that'll be kind of fun. But until then, yeah, I don't really look at the app too much on a day-to-day basis. You were offered a KYC validator to earn more Pi. Oh, okay, yeah. Well then, yeah, I haven't been offered it yet, or maybe I haven't. I just don't know. But yeah, it's always worth it to be verified on any particular app or exchange. Being verified gives you a couple more perks, like being able to move money across and stuff like that. But I don't know how that's going to really help too much with Pi, but I haven't looked into it yet. But yeah, I think it'd be fine to get verified on Pi. I don't think there's any problems with that. Just make sure you're doing it through the app. If it's some random email, you don't know who the email is being sent from, that might be more sketchy. But if it's just like a little pop-up on the app showing, hey, why don't you get verified or something like that, then yeah, it won't hurt. It'll probably take less than 5 minutes to get verified. Probably less than a minute, actually. So, all right. But if you guys have any questions about any particular coins, let me know. Because this is literally the time you guys should be asking me about coins or any particular coins as far as technical analysis and whatnot. Oh, and if you guys have questions like that, like the Pi, go for it as well. Oh man, I need more tea. I've been drinking way too much tea lately, but it's just been I'm getting addicted to it again. There's caffeine in this stuff. 1 second. Okay. My dog's passed out next to the garage door, so he's sleeping after a long day of playing outside. Let me go over here very fast. Oh, this dumb little birthday thing. Okay. I did want to look for some low market cap coins with you guys that could be good buys during Bitcoin capitulation. A lot of them I have a feeling are going to be on page 2 through 4 or 5 on coinmarketcap.com. I'm just kind of going through the page right now to see if I can find that exact page. Maybe it is 5. If these coins lose another 50% from the time we break down below the 100-week moving average, then yeah, these will be around 30, $40 million market caps. So yeah, these are the coins we're going to be looking at. In particular, how are we looking at here? Year to date, 88%. Okay, that's probably not something I want to see. Everrise, year to date up 10%. Ooh, okay. Everrise. I'm going to have to add this onto my list, not to buy, but just to kind of check out. It's down 12%. That's fine. Everrise is migrated their contact address from me. Okay, that's fine. What do they do? integrating blockchains, building security, unifying DeFi. Everrise is a blockchain technology company focused on increasing accessibility to DeFi by bringing security and multi-chain solutions through an innovative ecosystem of decentralized applications. A lot of big words there. I feel like I'm watching Star Trek. But there we go. Oh heck no, I don't want to do all that stuff right now. But yeah, I see stuff like this. I could put $100 into this easily. I have to find a good exchange for it, but I could easily consider myself just buying this. What exchanges is it on? Well, I don't have any of these exchanges actually, so that might be a problem. I'd have to find a way to get this. Rise, USD, maybe Mix. I don't know with this one here actually. So, but yeah, I would try to find a way to buy that personally. But again, I have to do more research. Don't take what I say with a grain of salt until I've actually done my research on them. Hi-Fi Finance, it's only down 22% year to date. That's actually something I'd look at. You're looking for stuff that's usually under a penny, as people that are new to the market never understand what market cap is. So they always assume something that's under a penny can go to $1. So that's always like an easy price target for them. Or if there's so many zeros, their aim is a penny, something like that, right? Smooth Love Potion, down 50. I mean, yeah, and maybe not. Oh, it's already we're already over a penny now. You can go above a penny, guy. You guys can really go all the way through here. It's not like I'm just being really picky right now because it's a live stream and I only have so much time. Bitmarket token. This is something I'd probably actually buy more of if the market crashes. I like coins that have utility, and you guys can see that year to date, it's only down 15%. A lot of other stuff is down a lot more than this Bitmarket token. Just like go big get very fast spot. The other exchange token we're watching pretty closely. Year to date, okay, kind of a weird way to start off the year, I guess. But year to date, Bit gets up 96%, right? A lot of other coins out there not doing so hot. This is one of the coins doing pretty darn well so far. I'm gonna have to look for more of these coins that have been doing fairly well over the last year to date. And actually, I can make that real simple. Year to date, just tap on it. So VXVY, it's above a penny, but that's okay, down 10%. Okay, so one ledger. So there are plenty of opportunities here. Just go. I usually stick to the coins that are under a penny though, because a lot of the new traders who aren't as smart, they tend to, again, like I said, not understand market cap, and that could be an issue for them because they tend to buy at the worst prices because they still think it's so cheap, and then it's easy for me to sell off those coins or those assets. Hey, Chef, I just look at people's licenses and click verify, and they give me Pi. I'm not allowed to share a screenshot, or they'll take all my Pi in my accounts. Oh, huh. They block some stuff out, though. I can't see everything on their license. Whenever they open my Pi and sign up in the next 15 minutes or so, we will give away application. I mean, you could do it if you want to earn more Pi. But at this point in time, I mean, is it worth your time to do that work for them for something that right now is actually worthless? Or do you want to spend your time learning how to invest, or spend your time going outside and going on a walk or something like that? It's really, if it's worth your time, you can do it. But I have a feeling after you do that for like a week or so, you're going to be like, I'm not getting paid anything for this. I'm getting paid imaginary currency, right? That doesn't really have a value as of yet. So you're going to take that on a lot of faith if you do that work for them. So if you do it, don't spend too much time on it, and understand it's only a few people working on that project. So if for whatever reason they make a mistake, or whatever algorithm they probably bought makes a mistake, you might have a hard time getting your Pi back if there is a glitch like that. Like with YouTube. You know how I have like 24-hour streams? YouTube said I was stealing other people's 24-hour streams, even though I had been running 24-hour streams since last May of the same exact thing every single day. And it took me 2 weeks to fix that, right? And that's with the YouTube support. And that's after YouTube ignored me for 2 weeks and they didn't want to admit that they made a mistake, right? Choose wisely whatever you want to do. You can definitely sign up for it and just do a little bit of work here and there. Or if you're really motivated to earn as much Pi as possible because you're a true believer in the project, because I haven't done much research on this, right? So I don't know what it's going to be worth. But if you want to do that, go down that path as well, that is perfectly fine as well. That's perfectly fine. And hey, Rybred, happy to see you back. Let's see. If you have any questions, Rybred, let me know. Right now, we're just kind of in this nice little consolidation pattern here, trying to make a move back up. We're just trying to stay above the 100 weekly moving average here. You're not going to be able to really see it too well here if I open it up. Oh, it's already on the screen. You just can't see. If I zoom out enough, you'll see it. There it is. Right? We're just above it. Zoom out a little bit more. See if I can kind of extend that line there just a little bit. Oh, that wasn't a really straight line, but we're just trying to stay above that line right there. And right now we are clearly above the line. If we fall down below it later today, it'll most likely be because the stock market or the futures look really, really nasty. Specifically the NASDAQ. Okay. But if we're going to break above the 50 moving average on the 15-minute chart, that may give us a little bit more of a boost as well. So we might be able to get back up towards 37,400. So another 1,000 points up, possibly. If we're looking there, then that's the next level of resistance. It's going to be that that little blue line you see on the top of the screen right there. That's going to be one of the Fibonacci retracement levels. I mean, let's see. Well, actually, here we have a bottom. Let me see if there's a favorite extension tool. Came up, came down, hit it right there. Resistance. The target is going to be 37,232. Right below actually the Fibonacci level right there, but that's just using Fibonacci extension. This thing won't be as accurate. It's only a 15-minute chart, but maybe if I move the price up here, I'll go down a little bit more. That's still kind of around the same exact area actually. So, but somewhere up here, maybe somewhere around 37,000 be a good price target if you guys wanted to buy in right now. It would still be about that price where you buy right as it breaks out above the 20 moving average as well. So it's not like you lost that much time there. There we go. And the 15 is out of the oversold range as well right now too. And hey, Chef, I get paid tomorrow. I want to go ahead and take some nibbles. Yeah, go for it. Nibbles for the next few months are just going to be key, guys. Whether you're buying at 36,000, if we go down to 30,000, go down to 25,000, 20,000 even. We're all I'm buying almost. Well, I'm not every day, but like almost every week. I'm just buying more, buying more. And I think a lot of you guys are doing the same. So stick to whatever strategy you guys got. Don't just follow me willy-nilly, but there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you guys to get these low prices in the future. And, hey, Chooser as well. Sorry, I just totally missed your comment there. You're a little late, but I'm tuning in. Happy to see you as well. And I woke up a few hours ago and checked my phone to see what time it was. Had a little note saying my limit order was filled, and I was like, no way. We were just nearing 40K last night. Got filled Bitcoin 36K, but my Ethereum order didn't hit at 26K. Well, it's because the support level for Ethereum hasn't been broken yet. So here. So the support level for Ethereum, let me zoom out here a little bit more for all this stuff. So what we just talked about a few minutes ago, breakdown for Bitcoin, off of the technicals, off of the wicks right here. And right now we're just hovering above support. If you go to the weekly chart, look a little easier. Right above support, right above that 100 weekly moving average. That 100 weekly moving average symbolizes doom for all, of course, because here. Death cross plus breaking down below the 100 plus moving down below the 20-month moving average, all of those things, well, guess what? Bad times ahead, right there, death cross, bad times ahead, there's death cross right there. Death cross right up here, bad times ahead once we broke down. The same cycle. Usually the cycle is we actually tap on the 200 weekly moving average, tap, right? We came down below it, and the 200 is kind of right back down here. But if we go over to Ethereum now, and go over here to the daily, go here, see those same two wicks? Haven't broken down yet. We're still waiting. And how we had like a kind of more of an upward channel or a flag, if you will, or even ascending triangle, depending on how you look at it, or that was a breakout like that. Now we're kind of in this little weird spot where this is the top. So we're kind of in this rising wedge, if you will. Still a bearish pattern. Still can move down. But we don't know when. A lot of times Bitcoin breaks down first before Ethereum, and a lot of times Ethereum breaks down below Bitcoin. This seems to be one of those times where Bitcoin broke down below Ethereum. Look at Ethereum is still very, very far away from its 100 weekly moving average. Look at that. That 100 weekly moving average is all the way at $2,000. Right? Just had the death cross a while ago, just like everything else. This is the daily chart as well. Nasty moves back over here a while ago, but whole different move. When this one broke below the 100, it had a nasty move there. Was this 2020? Yeah, that one didn't break down below the 100 though, right? Because it didn't really take off as much as Bitcoin. During these moments in time when Bitcoin's capitulating and everything's free falling from Earth, at that point in time, Bitcoin dominance is surging higher. Bitcoin dominance surges during a capitulation period because Bitcoin's down like 50%, altcoins are down like 80%. While the dominance goes, it goes to Bitcoin, right? But yeah, Bitcoin still has good support. Bitcoin also has some Fibonacci levels that you guys can check out as well. Right there. A little bit more choppy since Bitcoin's been kind of a bit bastard to it. But, you can see right here, next level of major support is really going to be about $2,600 or so. And that kind of lines up with your price, right? $2,600. And might even blow past that by the time the limit order is put down. So it may hit $2,600 trigger, and it keeps on going down to like $2,400 or something like that over the next few days. So get ready for that, but you're buying for long-term positions, which is a good way to go for it. But right now, definitely different support levels. But I want you guys to remember, Bitcoin usually controls the entire market, so be careful with how you look at Fibonacci levels and everything like that. Trend lines are usually are better than Fibonacci levels when it comes to a lot of altcoins out there. But let me double check that. I have a Fibonacci extension tool right here. I can see if it actually worked or not. It worked for Bitcoin pretty well. Did we hit number one? Yeah, I mean, we pretty much hit the target of the white line right here, number one. We came up a little bit above it, of course, but that was a pretty prime target there for if you guys wanted to buy during this time and catch it up there. Not a bad time. Hit resistance here, hit resistance here, hit resistance there. Finally broke out, and then that's actually not that bad. So for going up, it seems to be a little bit better right now. The Fibonacci extension tool seems a little bit better than the Fibonacci retracements. Unfortunately, we're headed down, so the Fibonacci extensions aren't going to be as good as we might like them to be. Because let's go over here to YouTube. So we got Ethereum, by the way. Doge is still consolidating in its pattern right now. It's not looking bad. It's not looking particularly good. It's just kind of consolidating and being very boring. In the last, let me see if I can find over here. In the last 73 days, Bitcoin has done nothing. Dogecoin has done nothing. Just gone sideways with some big pops and a little bit of drops here. Matic, close to support from over here. If we break down below this, Matic's most likely going to come back down to below $1. Probably even back down to like 75 cents or so. Most likely, that would be during a Bitcoin capitulation event though, okay? ADA broke down. Clear breakdown here was a nice shorting opportunity that hit the old level of Fibonacci support. Bounced off that again. Kind of just consolidating here, not in a bad spot. It's not just too close to support than we would like, but it's not like death looking us in the eye or something. XRP again at a Fibonacci level of support, not much bad, but broke down. Good shorting opportunities when we had the opportunity. Luna's still strong, guys. Look at this. Luna's still doing fantastic. Of course, it's down a little bit, but it's still doing very well. Pretty soon, if you see Luna, I think right now, if Bitcoin's going to capitulate right now, it's probably a good time to start shorting Luna as well. You're going to probably have to hold on to that for a while, though, so I'd probably wait for a little bit of time. But you can see the 200 weekly moving average is creeping up here. When we get close enough, Luna will just go break down below it. Then you're going to see a 20-day moving average crossing below the 100 or 200 moving average. And then you're going to see the 50 crossing below it as well. Death cross, tap down over here at 50, 60 bucks, or $57. Bounce up maybe short term, and then kaput. That's if Bitcoin capitulates. That's if Bitcoin capitulates here. Sheep does not like Fibonacci levels at all. It's actually kind of hilarious. Maybe if I move it up here to where the breakout started, maybe that'd be a little bit nicer. Yeah, there you go. See? So, got to pick it around a little bit. But yeah, there we go. The matchup, yeah. So, it's a little bit above Fibonacci levels. If we break down below this, guys, though, there's no support. If we break down below this Fibonacci level, there is no support. No support for sheep. And that's purely because it just zoomed up so high out of nowhere after a long period of consolidation and had a nice drop off as soon as it was opened up. There's no support there. So I just want you guys to understand that. I mean, you could have little choppy things, but these aren't going to be, they're not going to work it out. As far as retail traders and professional traders, nobody's going to trust those. EOS is fine, still hovering above support. Ethereum Classic, I mean, tapped on its Fibonacci level, I guess you could say, got rejected there. And the no man's land, but it broke down, not looking too good for Ethereum Classic. Dot, anything else here? Yeah, Dot's looking actually pretty weak right now. It did break down below its level here pretty significantly. Got choppy, but it still broke down, so Dot's pretty weak compared to other stuff. STMX at support. I bought some more STMX yesterday. I'm hoping it'll do fine later on, but I expect this to come down even more. STMX is a long-term play for me personally, though. Long-term play for me personally. Anything else here? No. FTM. FTM is one of those things where it's just kind of coming down pretty nice at the moment in time, breaking down below the 100. But I mean, this is it's not like it's been around for so long. ICP probably going to come down to all-time lows again, but we have an opportunity, since we're correlated to the market, guys, to have a little bit more of a bump here, even if it's not going to really feel like it. We may have a short-term reversal, maybe, not likely, but we can. It's really just going to depend on what the market does and what the market opens up to tomorrow. And hey, Hector, happy to see you back. And hey, James, what about Dogecoin Mars? I am buying Dogecoin Mars for the long term. Dogecoin Mars isn't really doing anything right now, though. Here, it's below mana on my chart. It's done nothing. It's just kind of gone sideways. And I like coins that go sideways. But it is creeping closer and closer to that support level. I think eventually we're going to break down. And then when we break down, I'm going to continue buying more and more and more. But Dogecoin Mars doesn't have a high market cap, so I'm kind of happy with buying at whatever level I have. That's why I've been buying this kind of continually over the past few months. So Dogecoin Mars, there we go. But see this market cap of 500 million? I kind of want it to come down to like 300 million. Right? You may say that's a lot of waiting to do, but I'm still buying it right now. But if I want to add a massive position, like a couple $1,000 into it, which is my goal by the end of all this, because I think Elon's just going to become more and more popular as all this kind of goes along, I think, that could reach about $400-300 million market cap, and I'm going to be happy to buy at those levels. Even if we go down to 200 or even 100, things get really crazy and whacked out, I'm still going to be buying Dogecoin Mars, and that goes for all altcoins that I personally like, right? So there's going to be a process to it, but I'm happy with it. But right now, it's also down 7%. So all the coins I've been buying, I have a bag right now. I have a bag right now. I got a bag because what I've been doing is every time it pops, I sell it and I buy more coins on the way down. So I got a bag, but the bag keeps on getting bigger. But at the same time, I'm making more coins. So it's a weird process. But yeah, I so far, I can't even sure if you can call that yeah, it's a good thing for me, I guess you could say. That's the way I'm viewing it, at least right now. But yeah, it's been very slow, consolidating bit by bit. I think this will have some type of crazy surge here later on. I normally don't invest so much money into these coins, but the fact that it kind of, it's an Elon type coin, I think as Elon becomes more prominent, Twitter becomes just like a little cool thing again, or, becomes a lot better than what it is now, I think you'll see this coin not get to $1, not get to anything like that, but, have a nice increase, and I'll be happy to sell after that, if you will. Hey, D's nuts. But dude, we're all waiting for this fall. We're all waiting for Bitcoin capitulation. As soon as, what's the best way to do this? Why is that one there? Oh, I got the other 24-hour stream going on now. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the daily chart. Let me add the volume. As soon as we get the volume like this, get that type of volume as capitulation. Low volume, that capitulation. That capitulation. That capitulation. As soon as we get this capitulation, we have that volume. Oh, geez, that was a bad question mark. There you go. Once we get that long volume candle, all of you guys are just going to, a lot of people, I'm not saying you guys should, I'm not a financial advisor, but a lot of us are just going to be buying left, right, every which way, and just having a bunch of fun with it. And it'll be one of the funnest times that you guys buy, because you guys will be putting a lot of money into crypto, most likely, and then you're going to be watching that money continue to go down as you buy. But within, a week or two, you're going to realize that all those positions are like up about 20%, and you're like, whoa. And then you got to realize, then you got to pull out a little bit more, look at the macro view of Bitcoin after you buy, and you're like, okay, well, we're just kind of right here after buying around this zone. We're just kind of around here. Oh, whoa, now we're up here. Whoa, now we're up here. Whoa, now we're up here. And it's up to you guys to decide when you guys are going to sell. So you can see after this capitulation right here, we didn't actually reach another level of all-time highs. We ran into 2019. We didn't reach all-time highs of $20,000. We just couldn't. Okay. I am probably going to sell some off before we reach all-time highs. 10%. 10%. Just to lock in some type of gains there in case we were to come down again. Because if we come down again in some type of really bad market event, I want to have some extra capital just to push right in there, okay? But the other 90%, I'm going to be hoping for something where Bitcoin gets above $100,000, maybe closer to $150,000 Bitcoin price is when I'm going to start selling a lot of those altcoins, a lot of other stuff. Each altcoin will be different in its own way just because I want to make sure that the utility is still there. It's not turned out to be a scam like SafeMoon or something like that, right? As long as everything stays on the up and up, I'm going to hold all these altcoins for a long time, and I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it because this is why I told you guys to get a BitGet account or a KuCoin account below. When you have those accounts and you have them on the side, when you can just see tons of green down the road, you're like, ooh, baby, look how much money I've made, right? You'll feel really good about yourself and the choice you made to buy during these capitulation times when everybody else is freaking out. You took the smart decision to buy, and you were rewarded with it, right? But it's not like it's an easy thing to do, right? It's not easy to buy and just watch yourself lose money. It's a very, very hard thing to do, but you got to take what the system gives you. And if you want some words of encouragement, I guess, then you also got to look at you have to. What the heck is that? You have to understand that it's a long game, but that long game is going to make you so much wealth that'll be freaking crazy, right? Even if you guys only invest a couple $1,000 into crypto at that point in time, it'll still make you more money than you think down the road. And whatever you do with that money, I mean, you could use that money for a down payment on a car if you want to. You can use it for a down payment on a house if you invested quite a bit of money into it, right? Or what you can do is you can just do it so you can start up the next cycle of Bitcoin. Or whenever we reach those all-time highs, then you could open up some low leverage, like maybe 1 to 5x leverage shorts on Bitcoin. So, when we start officially breaking down here, like in this case, can I do this right here perfectly? Okay, well, that's not going to be a really good one for us. When we start seeing bearish signs like death crosses right here, and if you're selling right here, it's not going to be bad. Even if you're selling right here after buying low, it's not going to be bad. Once you start having those more bearish signals, well, then guess what? You can sell off there, and you can start opening short positions, and then from there, you make money on the way down, so to speak. But you have to be willing to let those short positions go down a lot, like lose money before they ultimately make you money, because the cycle always repeats itself, right? We're probably going to have one more cycle here before the next halving, and the next halving is probably when we're going to have another berserky time. But until then, we should have some really good markets as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Okay, go back over here. Get the volume off. Second, douche. There we go. And hey, you're watching Shiro Coin. What about it? It looks like it's something a coin you're probably going to be buying up here. And hey, James, not Dogecoin, Doge on Mars. Yeah, we talked about Doge on Mars. Yeah, we talked about it. I've been buying down, but at least these levels with that much money. Whoa. Yeah, it's gonna be a process. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely be a process going forward with buying at the right time and just buying and watching the money go down. Just understanding you're getting more of what's valuable, more as everybody else kind of panics, because everybody's gonna be trying to find the bottom, but nobody knows exactly where the bottom's at. Even when we capitulate, we can still go down more. It just means the point of capitulation is still a really good time to buy if you look at the past history. Even if Bitcoin goes down another 30%, another 40%. A few months down the road, that capitulation point is still going to be way behind you in the mirror, right? Which is why We're waiting for those big moments, but we're also going to be buying at the 200 weekly moving average if we make it down that level. We're going to be buying every day or every other day or every week, on top of all that, which is going to make everything kind of complicated. But the more money you pump into it, the more you're going to make down the road. Just make sure that you're choosing relatively good coins. Don't go after the scamiest coin you guys can. Find a coin that has utility. Find a coin that serves a purpose. Find a coin that there's a demand out there and it's trying to fulfill that demand for whatever product or service they're working on. You think Elon Musk buying up Twitter plays a role in Doge Elon Mars going up? Yeah, a bit. Just because of the pump factor, nothing like really fundamental going on there, but just the fact that Elon is getting more publicity, he's going to get more famous because of this, and that's going to help out the coin in the long run. So yeah. But nothing fundamentally. Hey, do you going to buy a bunch of Ben and Jerry's? Ben and Jerry's is pretty good. I haven't had Ben and Jerry's in a while. I haven't had ice cream in a while. What do I have? For my sweets and some on a diet, I have these things I get from QVC. I know QVC. I'm too young to be boarding from QVC, but they have these cool things called Jimmy the Baker cakes, where you just like have these frozen cakes and you just microwave them. Let me see. Can't find these little suckers. Yeah, here they are. Different flavors, I think. But I get these delivered every now and again, and they're just these little cake things. And I get mine like chocolate and cinnamon, and I get some other flavors too every now and again. But they're just so good. But they're like literally $50 for 12. So they're kind of expensive. But investor money, Bitcoin money, puts money, options money, whatever you want to call it, it pays for that. They're really good. They're like a little serving size, so it's like all nice. And I give them to my mom every now and again when she wants one and stuff like that. So they're really, really good. They're just so expensive, right? But yeah, everything on QVC is expensive. But if I'm ever bored at work, I'll open one up and see I'm bored eating, right? If I'm ever bored at work, I'll just get a little snack and I'm like, okay, this is a nice little snack. Microwave in the oven for a little bit, or the microwave in the microwave, and then pop in the mouth after like maybe it takes like 15 minutes to eat. Nice little snack. It's really, really good. Hey, you're watching Polygon Matic Bridge for NFT packs. People loving it. Well, that's good to see. It's not going to probably help with the price too much, but yeah, it's definitely nice to see that they're expanding their product base and people are liking it a lot. If it would have been a bomb, the price would have went down a lot. You're not going to get rewarded too much for doing good stuff in these market conditions. You're just going to be rewarded if you're just going to be punished, unfortunately, for how bad this market has performing over the last few months, right? I would invest money on Ben and Jerry. Oh, that'd be something interesting to see. Hey, teaser. My goal is to keep buying at support zones until one hits. There's going to be a lot of people doing that as well. As long as you have the capital to keep doing that and it matches your long-term plan, it'll work out. You're not going to have this, but there are people. Like last year, I guess we saw a lot of them. A lot of people that were watching the channel, they put more money in the market than they could afford to lose. So they put down like a couple $1,000s into Bitcoin, right? Which is the safe play. But they're like, Michael, what's a safe place to put your crypto for long-term gains? And I'm like, oh yeah, Bitcoin's a good place to put it down. It's safe, reliable. It'll go up. Right, it'll go up. Well, some of those people decided they thought that Bitcoin was just going to go up and up and up. What the heck? Little nail thing. They thought it was going to go up faster than it did because it was last summer lows. Everything was just going really slow, and they lost like 5% of their Bitcoin. But they had to take it out in order to pay their rent. And you don't want to be put in a position where you can't afford rent or your mortgage or your car payment or anything like that. You can't afford that if you have to, if you're investing too much money into crypto. All right, so that's really the key. You guys got to be very, very careful about that. Don't invest more money than you're willing to lose. Don't invest more money than your budget allows. I guess that's a better way to do it. You guys budget, I'm sure. Make sure you guys have your budget organized so you can actually determine how much money you can invest in crypto. Then record it in your trading journal. Then make sure to sign up for one of the exchanges or something like that. That's going to be the way you guys are going to have to play that out. But don't put so much money there. It's gonna hit you hard. Yeah, no worries, James. And hey, D's, I would invest. Oh no, you were talking about that. If you guys have any questions or anything out, please let me know. Right now, kind of chilling, waiting to break above that 50 moving average on the 15-minute chart. We're in nice territory, guys. Where's my teacup? I'm almost out of tea. Oh, I have more tea. I've steeped my tea so many times today that it's not nearly as dark as it was just this morning. But I normally steep my tea like 5 or 6 times because it lasts that long. Behold the magic. I was kind of hesitant about buying this thing, but every time I use it, I'm reminded why I love using this thing so much. Wait for the tea. It's drained. A little drip of water if there's anything left in there. Another cup of tea. And it's warm. Oh, I forgot to put some sugar in there. Oosh. That doesn't need much sugar, though. That work out? Yeah, that should work out. Okay. And hey, D's, why the red room? Oh, earlier today I had all the lights on to white and I actually made a mistake. So usually when I control my lights, I have an app for it. So I can change it into any color I want to. Like, I don't know, what color is that one? That one's off. One light's actually off. Well, it's being blocked by my monitor since I lifted up my desk. But I can turn off my lights, like this little app. Or what I can do is I can change it to green, or I can change it to blue, or I can change it to purple, or, yellow if I really wanted to. I could even turn it into an ambulance situation. So you think there's an ambulance behind me, a cop car behind me. I could change these lights to do a whole bunch of stuff. Whenever I make money off of this channel, I always tell you guys I reinvest it into the channel. I reinvest it into stuff like this. Now, do I need the cop lights behind me? No, but I could have it behind me if I wanted to. But yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff I do. I don't know why, but I have fun with it. You can even set it to lightning, a fire engine. So, there's a whole bunch of random stuff I can do with this. Ambulance, fireworks. I don't know if that's really fireworky if you ask me, but yeah, that's what they consider fireworks. There's lightning. The lightning one is actually pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of put a color on and I kind of just sit with it, and then I'm kind of fine with it, and I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. And then, it goes back to red. But yeah, remember, you guys haven't seen me use my camera in a while, but remember, I invested... Okay, well, I don't want to pick this up too much, but camera, the $2,000 camera I don't use much. I need to start using it more. It's more that the autofocus doesn't work well with black skin. So whenever I use it, I have to pay my sister to come down here and manually focus it on me because it does not like black people. So I'm just like, cool, spent $2,000 on a camera, but it doesn't know black skin. So I'm like, okay, get my sister. She's like, she does the magic for me, and then I'll record something. But lately I've been kind of in a rush to kind of tell you guys all this information, so I haven't had the time to do the longer videos. I'm planning on, when I get everything more situated and views are kind of up a little bit more, I guess you would say, I plan on doing these videos where I kind of explain some more basic concepts to you, where it's not just technical analysis or Bitcoin relatives or crypto stuff. It's like, hey, here's how to budget appropriately to make sure you guys can have enough money to invest in or whatever. Or here's how to budget for a house. Here's how much you might have to put down for a house in 2024. Whatever it may be. All that type of stuff. So how to improve your credit. A whole bunch of stuff that kind of general financial health kind of thing there on top of all the crypto stuff I'm doing. It'll all be on the same channel, but I want you guys to, I want you guys to be able to use that money that you make by learning to trade on this channel. I don't want you guys to really blow it. I want you guys to be able to kind of better your life and kind of move up the wealth, move up the hierarchy of America, because when you're at the bottom, remember, I grew up at the bottom. I grew up in Salishan, Tacoma, this bad spot. Let's just say it was so bad when the fire department Santa Claus would come over every Christmas with the Santa Claus would ride in the back of the fire truck and the sirens go off. Nobody would go actually outside to go say hi to them at first. Everybody would throw their kids into the bathtub first to make sure there's no bullets going through the walls of the houses. And then once the parents saw everything was okay, then the kids would come out of the bathtubs and then go outside. That's the type of place I grew up as a kid, right? And then, so it's always funny looking at it in hindsight. But going from there to making over 6 figures last year and having a great outlook for the rest of my life, without having to work 9 to 5 on top of that, it's a pretty good feeling. But it took me a long time to figure out how to spend my money wisely. When I first was making money in the market, I had trouble paying taxes because I made a lot of money. I didn't know I needed to save for taxes because usually when I had a job, everything was fine, right? Everything was fine. Now I had people help me out and I was able to make money to pay taxes really fast. That wasn't a problem afterwards, but there was a week where I panicked and I didn't know what to do. And I don't want you guys to have to deal with that panic situation because maybe you guys don't know a tax accountant that's a friend that can help you out in the situation. Kind of, hey, oh, you're fine. You guys gotta do this, 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 and this, and just pay this much money, right? A lot of you guys don't have those people in your life to kind of help you out. And so I'm going to try to, a whole thing. And on top of that, I think the world economy is going to go to crap, shit, whatever in the next few decades. And in that process, you're going to see a lot of people kind of stuck in this really, like, how there's like a poverty class in America right now, kind of that bottom level. Well, that bottom level is going to continue getting bigger. But then the way to get above that, like get back into the middle class, is going to get even harder and harder and harder and more difficult. I feel like there's a time limit from where you guys have to get up there. Just people in general. And if they don't get it up there by a certain point, it's going to be much more difficult. Not impossible, not nearly as impossible as I'm making it sound, but it's going to be much more difficult to go up that class, right? Because a lot of the jobs in the future are going to be more automated, and I don't know if in that period of time before things really figure themselves out again, it's going to take a while for things to get better. And in part, that's one of the reasons I'm thinking of just moving to Nicaragua. I make good money. I could have a good life here in America, but the thought of living in Nicaragua or Belize or somewhere in Central America where I could live like a king with live-in housekeepers, maybe more than one if I really wanted to. I don't need more than one, but I could. And then, having 4 or 5 dogs down there, waking up at a beach every single day. That's the type of stuff where I'm like, do I really want to pay like $1 million for a small house in Seattle? Or would I just want to pay like $400,000 for one house there, another $400,000 for another house in another country, and, just kind of move around countries when I'm kind of feeling happy, right? So like, what's a good way to explain this? Nicaragua real estate. Oh, I don't even know if this is the right place. Well, I was expecting to go to Google. Okay, Nicaragua real estate here. You guys can already see I've actually been already looking at all this stuff here. But if I go over here to the place I'm looking to move, San Juan de Sur town, and I go over here and look at these houses I would want to buy. Now, I usually look at the lot size actually a little bit more. Let me see a house that's kind of affordable. Let me see. Oh, here. Here's a house that costs $279,000. That seems kind of nice. That's not too expensive. You get a pool. You get a view of the beach. The house is a little older, not the sturdy stuff I'd really want to see in a house. The walls fine, everything fine, but I could easily spend $100,000 to fix this up as much as I want to. So you get a nice little house, right? You know what you can buy with $279,000 in Tacoma or Seattle? It puts this to shame, this puts that to shame, right? And this is just an okay house. Or if I go over here, what's it, $400,000? $400,000, bigger pool, waterfront view, nicer house. This is probably the house I should have shown you first. Look at that. Nice pots, nice indoors, tiles gotta go, walls can be repainted fine. Look at that. That's $400,000. Now it's already sold, so look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I want to wake up every day in that. Right? Nice little dome area, a bedroom. There you go. Right? And I could always add different parts to the house. I could build a basement into it. I could do, well, no, not a basement, but I could do a lot of fun stuff with a house like this. And some of the houses over here even come with cars for the property. So, I'm going to kind of expand the channel past crypto at one point and just options and kind of go over to general finance as well as all the technicals and stuff. But by then, I'm kind of hoping I have some guy as an assistant that'll really help me out with all that stuff. Because all I really want to do is get in front of the camera, talk with you guys, give my opinions, and not have to worry about the editing, thumbnail designs, brand stuff, talking to everybody. I don't want to have to worry about all that type of stuff. Until I get that on the sidelines by making enough money to hire somebody, it's kind of all just kind of patiently waiting on the sidelines, if you will. All right. Hey, brightest racist can't remember. Yeah, I know, right? I found the ultimate tax loophole. You don't have to pay taxes if you make no money. Oh, God, I would love to not make any money, but, not paying taxes, but I kind of have to make money. Making money feels good. Making money feels really, really good. There's a satisfaction point of it. Maybe because I grew up with no money, and I've kind of I've grown up to be not greedy, but I like money. I like having money. I like that money solves a lot of your day-to-day problems in life. Like when I'm stressed out and I'm kind of having a rough day, when I was poor, I just couldn't really do anything. I didn't have any video games. I didn't have anything. I just kind of sat in my room and read a book, and I hated reading. So it was kind of like something to pass the time, if you will, not something that really kind of made me happy. Well, now that I have some money, well, guess what? If I ever got really stressed doing YouTube or really stressed doing trading, you know what I would do? I'd rent out an Airbnb on the beach for a couple days on the weekend and just kind of chill out there with Loki and have some fun. Now, have I really felt that level of stress? No. But last summer I went on a few Airbnb trips. Last summer I went to Philadelphia to visit some friends for a wedding. It helps do all that type of stuff. Or exactly like this. You guys know I was invited to my friend's wedding last year, and this wedding was like a wedding of the year, flat out multi-millionaire families getting married and having a massive wedding because of it. And I mean big wedding. Well, I had to pay to get from Seattle first class all the way. Well, I just like to travel first class, but Seattle all the way over to Philadelphia. And I had a lot of friends that were living in the middle of the country that weren't able to actually go over to Philadelphia because they didn't have the money to do so for the wedding, right? So money is not really a problem for me when it comes to going to visit people or having them over at my place. I have room in the house, so they don't have to get a hotel. It's that little extra level of niceness that you get in your everyday life. And that's why I like money. And then you get the really bonus perks on top of that. But I mean, the bonus perks, the more money you get, the less it really is consequential, if you will. I just kind of like that base nice lifestyle. After that, it's just money. I spend money on my mom, helping her get better. She's living with me right now to get better, but she's about to move out pretty soon. Now that she's walking. She can walk to the mailbox and back, which is like all the way down the cul-de-sac, which is kind of nice. I told her when I get a house in Nicaragua or Belize, I'm getting a nice big master house, but I'm also getting a house that has I'm being more picky, but I'm getting a house that has a guest house to it. So if my mom ever wanted to move down to Nicaragua or Belize, whenever later on in life, she would have a place to live, and she would have somebody that can live with her and take care of her every whim, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What mom doesn't want that, right? So, but I can do that with money, right? It costs money to do that. But obviously, living in Nicaragua, full-time help, and I'm not talking old people. I'm talking about a maid, the cleaner, cook, whatever she would ever want, she would have to do. I can pay for it, and it's not even. If I paid for my mom to live with me like 100% of the time, it would probably cost me $1,000 a month for her food and the lady to take care of her. $1,000 a month. That's it, right? And that's the type of stuff I like being able to afford. Well, down the road, I'll be able to afford it easily. But in America, 24/7, live in maid. How much do you think that costs? Not $1,000 a month, and I'm talking about food and everything, right? Food alone is like $300. I went to Trader Joe's the other day. I went to Whole Foods the other day. I went to Safeway. All the prices are crazy high. All the prices are crazy high. And I'm just like, people doing this? Because I'm the guy that buys the nut bread that's like $6 a loaf, even though I don't have to, but I kind of like the way it tastes. But I remember when I was growing up, it was 99-cent Fang bread. That's the good stuff too. But even all the breads got more expensive, all the eggs get more expensive, the milk. I'm like, oof. I only drink lactated milk, or lactose-free milk, whatever it's called. So, might buying property in Bali. Can't purchase it, but I could help. What do you call it? I don't even know where Bali is. Talking about Bollywood, or is there? There's a country named Bali. I don't know what that is. Is it in Asia or something? I don't know, but that'd be kind of fun. I hope to have multiple houses in multiple countries. The friends I told you guys that are really rich that had the wedding, they have houses in like New Jersey, Philadelphia, New York, England, France, Spain, and I'm over here with just one place, and I'm just like, so you want to bring me over to Spain on a free vacation, if you will? But they're all Wall Street. They're Wall Street families. They have a lot of money. They're very, very nice. Very nice people. Very, very nice. It was like they gave me so much booze. My cup was never empty the whole time I was there. I had a whole week plus of free alcohol given to me whenever I wanted to. I had never had that experience before, and I abused it to the max without going too crazy, except for on the wedding night. Because the wedding night, they gave me a bunch of alcohol, like a lot. They had sorbets and the filet mignon and all that good stuff. But then I drink a lot of wine because the dad is a really major wine guy, like hundreds of bottles of wine in his house in the basement. I went to go get coffee, after dessert, the coffee had booze in it, and so I that sent me over the ledge, so to speak. Then I got to ride the trolley home, the little Philadelphia trolley. It was a good night. But that's how weddings go. Weddings are usually the funnest times of the year. And now that COVID's over, I bet all of you guys are going to weddings now. It's going to be a fun time. Thanks to crypto and stocks, I never got unemployed. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, brothers, I wouldn't know what it's like to make money off of my investments. My investments are all in the toilet. Yeah, that means you got to hold, unfortunately, unless you have a stop loss there. Most people that bought, like, if you have a coin that you bought in 2021 at the all-time highs, you're going to see a lot of people actually just want you. A lot of people are just going to hold it out, and it might take a year plus from now, but you will be able to recoup a gain on it. Otherwise, you'd sell it now, not buy crypto for I think it's 10 days or so, and then start buying in 10 days, and that way you can put the losses on next year's taxes, and at the same time have capital to buy if we continue to dip here and break down below the 100 weekly moving average. It's kind of depending on which way you want to go, but at the same time, I'm no tax expert, so you probably want to talk to an accountant about it, or just kind of do some Google searches, or go to tax Reddit, and go to the tax area. I've asked them a couple questions before. They're really knowledgeable over there. That's actually a good place to go. Anyways, you can't buy the good food you're buying now in Nicaragua. What do you call it? Oh yeah, I don't care about the food like that as far as the lactose milk and stuff like that. When it comes to food in Nicaragua, I'm fine with getting the basic stuff. And, I mean, it's an expat town, which means there's lots of other people from around the world that live there that kind of migrated to that specific town. So I'd be able to get a lot of the same stuff, not everything, a lot of it, but at higher prices. Higher prices is usually the way to go. But for the most part, I mean, I normally eat eggs, some type of meat, and some type of bread for breakfast. I normally drink some type of tea for breakfast as well. And then after that, lunch, it's some type of meat with some type of grain. And then for dinner, usually something lighter before I go to bed. And that's about it. I'm not expecting all American food to be down there, but at the same time, I'm still going to be happy there. Especially because I love fresh fruit, and fresh fruit down there is, it's good. I have an apple tree in the backyard. I can't wait to get some apples. I'm going to make apple pie with it. And hey, D's, a lot of Americans and entrepreneurs purchase rental property in Bali, Indonesia, because it's a vacation tropical island there. Tons of 5-star hotels, clubs, recreation. You can buy food online easy. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Maybe if I get enough money, I can go to Bali one day. What are you doing? Loki's over here telling me he has to use the bathroom. Being a brat. Yeah. All right. Now, I buy the dips on Doge down 20%. We're down 40% off of that now. Yeah, what do you call it? For Dogecoin's going to go down a lot more, so there's no reason to be doubling down and stuff like that. I'd be looking to add more exposure to other coins besides Dogecoin. Like the Dogelon, Matic, ADA, whatever those are. You can find a lot of exposure there. But okay, everybody, I'm going to call it a night. It's been a good... Well, I only planned to stream for an hour, and we streamed for 2 hours here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to take Loki out to take a walk and then probably play with him outside. It's dark outside. Yeah, right now, 8 o'clock, but he needs to get some more energy out before he has dinner. Then he ultimately goes to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, I have a few videos up on my main page. Check them out. They're going to be good for you guys if you want to learn more about FinViz and stocks and investing. And if you guys want some of those free signals and stuff like that, they'll all be on those videos. Anything else? No, that's about it. So, see you guys later. Relax. I know this is kind of a rough time for everybody, and we're all kind of hoping that we come down a little bit more so we can buy. But understand a lot of what we're seeing right now is based off of what the market's telling us as far as the NASDAQ, and particularly in the stock market. And then remember, as far as the watch list is concerned, DXY, we're on the verge of breaking out again, but we haven't really broken above the 104 level. We're like 35 cents away. Give it some time. I think when that breaks out, Bitcoin's coming down, the stock market's coming down, okay? All right, but see ya. Loki's whining and being a baby. Thanks again, everybody.